Welcome to Beyond the Closing Table with Setco Services. In this podcast, we delve into the world of real estate and explore what happens beyond the closing table. Join us for insightful discussions and expert interviews that will change the way you see real estate transactions. Welcome to Beyond the Closing Table, sponsored by Setco Services. I'm George Brandon Jr. So today we have Shawnta Sax.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Thanks.
With Real Broker.
Real Broker.
I get it right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a bit. But first I want to learn about you. Where does Shawnta hail from?
Washington State, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. And I learned here being in the South, I have to say state. Otherwise, they assume DC.
Yep.
And in the North, we just call it DC. So.
Yeah. It's like, UT, where I'm from in Tennessee. That means University of Tennessee. But if you're near Texas, it's Texas.
Oh,
you got to get these,
Okay.
dialect and lingo and region and all that stuff. I've actually got a wine dinner in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Through Destin Charity Wine Auction.
Yeah.
And we have 2 Washington State wines.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Probably Setco St. Michelle?
No. This is Drew Bledsoe's wine.
Okay.
And Sidney Rice, both NFL football players.
Okay.
Believe it or not, they parlayed their careers into wine.
Okay.
So I'll report back to you, Shawnta, how that goes.
Yeah,
okay?
please do.
So how was growing up in Washington, the state of Washington?
I loved it. I played sports. My stepdad got me really into them at probably about like 3rd grade.
Where were you? In what area?
Okay, so 45 minutes north of Seattle.
Okay.
If anybody actually knows it, it's like 15 minutes east of Everett. A lot of people know Everett because there's a Navy station up there. But
got it.
Yep, little town called Lake Stevens.
Okay. Quiet. Population.
Yeah. Ooh, gosh, no clue. I mean, we were a 4A high school, so we were one of the bigger high schools. So not but compared to the towns around us, we were small.
Okay.
And like people from Seattle thought that we were like a farm town and we were a bunch of hicks and country. That's what surrounded us. But no, we had our lake. So
okay, all right. Was it like a vacation area because of the lake?
No, I don't know why anybody would vacation there. No.
You say you got your lake? Or I was like,
yeah, it's little.
It's a little lake.
Yeah.
Okay, and probably cold.
No, because it's little, so not that. I mean, all the water in Washington's cold. Like people talk about beaches and stuff like that. I'm like, no, never, would not.
So you're not as accustomed to like we see these people from the north come down here and we laugh at them because it's 50 degrees here and they're swimming in the Gulf. I'm like, what's wrong with those people? Yeah.
That's never been me, regardless. That's my kids. That's my kids for sure. Yeah. We moved down here in January.
Okay.
They popped in the ocean right away. And I was like, no, absolutely not.
So how was your upbringing? You said you started in sports?
Yep. So I did sports, basketball really competitively. Then like mid-high school, my dad coached majority of it, and so he had a rule that we always had to be in a fall sport so that by the time basketball came, you were already conditioned and ready to go. We were not wasting time.
So you had to do another sport to train for basketball.
Correct.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have the same rule. Well, not different, but my kids have to fall sport and spring sport.
Yeah.
They have to. It keeps them out of trouble.
Absolutely.
My parents had that rule. I think it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't keep me out of trouble, but it was still a good rule.
See, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, I think it did. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what I would have done.
You got something to do all day.
Yeah.
Right? You got school and then you go do your sport. It kind of takes up your time and it's good for you. So what sport did you play to condition for basketball?
So I did soccer for a little bit. Hated it.
Okay.
Hated it. So much so that the coach explained things to me in basketball terms. And then like I just refused to commit. It's cold in Washington in the fall. It rains a lot. When you get nailed with a soccer ball on bare skin and it's cold and wet, I'm like, that is literally the worst thing. So my sophomore year, I actually ended up being leading scorer out of all teams. And I was on C team, so like sophomore team. And was leading scorer, tried so hard to convince me to come back my junior year. And I was like, absolutely, like I will figure out any other sport to do.
You were good. Clearly probably a natural athlete, but still you hated it that bad. You were like the number one scorer.
Yep.
And she's like, no.
I was like, not doing this.
Yep. Did you like basketball?
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. So I played on multiple teams. Basketball went all season long, but like sometimes it would be like where we just had like practice maybe once a week. We did some random pickup tournaments, things like that, to not then compete with a sport that was technically in season. I loved we played softball as well. Once I got to high school, though, I don't know, it became very intense. Softball, I feel like travel ball was becoming big when I was, what was I, middle school. And they were just way intense. And for me, basketball was always going to stay number one. And so,
well, softball's a spring sport too, right?
yeah, well, travel, I mean, travel, it doesn't end. You just keep
there's
going.
no like seasons anymore.
Nope. Yeah, it just kept going.
Stuff. It's like all year round.
Yep. And I was not going to ever commit more to that than basketball. And so I kind of stepped away from that. And then my junior year, I'm sure it was my stepdad. I don't even know how it started, but I joined a crew team at rowing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were still on basketball.
Yeah,
here. Okay.
no, because the condition. Yeah, I was not going to do soccer. I was like, what else is there?
South, I didn't know what a crew team was.
Yeah, well, I didn't know we had them either. It was not huge.
Okay. There. So did you just walk out of school one day and see the lake? I'm like, hey, I'm going to get on that canoe and start rowing.
I think one of the other girls that I played basketball with started doing it. And we had to travel because there was one team for the area. And it was in Everett and actually disgusting. We rode it's called the slough. It smells horrible. Okay. It was not you would not swim in this water. And that's where
so it was like a lake-ish type thing or just a
it's
creek?
Like little canals, like little water past it. I don't even know what this water was. It just smelled horrible. There were some days that the water smelled so bad that I was like, really, we have to get in that. And we'd want like t-shirts over our nose, but then you can't breathe very well when you're trying to row. So it was gross. Was
it like sewage?
I think so, honestly. Wow. Yeah, because they called it the slough. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know. It was disgusting, but
I guess that'll make you row fast.
We did. We got really fast. And honestly, that was probably the most disciplined. I had no idea what I was getting into. Like I said, it's not big up there. University of Washington has a rowing team that you can literally basically walk onto because it just was not that big at the time. And yeah, I have never been like, I thought I was in good shape. And then I did that. And like ergs, things like that. You were on that erg all the time. The rowing machines, like at the gym.
Oh,
they have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I
just call them rowing machines.
Yeah. It's called an erg.
I'm getting educated about some terms here today.
Yeah. It's actually crazy too. Yeah. After
so
doing
you're doing the machine at the gym.
Yeah.
To practice.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not on the water.
It's a great workout. It's full body. Core.
So hard.
Yeah.
So hard. Yep. I've never been in better shape doing that. And then I think that might have been, nope. I skipped way ahead. So 8th grade, I think I was in 8th grade. Yeah. 8th grade. At that time I was in softball season and I was also playing basketball and then obviously school. So literally I get done with school. I've got a practice or a sport or a game or whatever. And then homework and it just like all day goes. And had this weird breathing episode, could not get my breath. And it wasn't uncommon for me to get really stressed during, it was almost like clockwork. I'd get really stressed. I'd get a sinus infection. And like my body would just crash. And it was like clockwork every year. Yeah. Yep. And it was always like around the same time. So I had like an inhaler for like when I got sick or whatever. Yeah. And so I came home one day. I wasn't feeling good, just like feeling shortness of breath. And my mom was like, okay, like go use your inhaler. Go use my inhaler. Go sit down to do my homework. And I cannot breathe. Like I feel like I'm trying to suck in air and it just is not coming in. And within about 5 minutes, it's becoming very clear that like I'm not breathing. I'm trying. You can hear me. But like my lungs were not filling. So my mom called the ambulance, which again, we're in a small town. They're there very quickly. Mm-hmm. Crazy enough, it actually ended up being one of my softball coaches that was one of the EMTs. Okay. So yeah,
small town. I like it.
Yeah, they throw me on a stretcher. I have an oxygen mask on my face, and I'm trying to suck in so hard that the mask is like flush to my face, and I pass out. And on the way to the hospital, which is like maybe a 15-minute ambulance ride because they are flying, I have to be intubated because there's no oxygen and there's no air in one lung and like a tiny bit in another one. So yeah, I get intubated. Wake up in the ER and that's the most painful thing ever, but they won't take it out because they don't want to put it back in because of the damage and how hard it is to get it in. So, I have to breathe for, I think it was like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know, longest minutes of my life, most painful breathing ever. They take it out. We do lots of doctor's appointments. Nobody can really figure it out. At that time, I'm like 15. I'm doing all these sports. I'm super healthy. And it comes to be that apparently it's just this thing that's apparently common in some female athletes, and your vocal cords spasm out and cut off your airway. And it can be induced by stress, and the inhaler actually made it worse. So
I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
So it was like a panic attack, kind of? Or?
It can be induced by stress, or just like the inhaler irritated it. So it's just like, your body, for whatever reason, you're just going.
You're feeding it with the inhaler.
Yep. And you just have to like calm down. You have to get your vocal cords to chill. And so I had to started carrying an EpiPen. And it was scary after being intubated at 15.
Were you yelling at somebody at practice? What
No,
what makes your vocal cords flare up?
So it can literally just be like, so the only other time it's happened non-sports related is like a really bad confrontation that I had with somebody. And
did it involve real estate?
No, thank God.
Well,
no,
I'll rabbit hole.
I'm like,
We'll spend an hour talking about that. Shit you into a tailspin.
Yeah, no,
it
wasn't
like good real estate to work. It was work.
It was work. Yeah,
okay.
And I just it was one of those moments. I would say it's like basically anytime like my body kind of went into fight or flight. That was my body's response. And so if I got too stressed out or something really overwhelmed me, and then if I couldn't get myself to calm down, which I would say at 15, I probably had some PTSD. So the only other big instance, I was on a boat rowing, and we did in fall, you do really long races. They're like 22 minutes of just straight rowing machine. And like you said, you've done them at the gym. And if you're going as hard and fast as you can for like little spurts, that's hard. I would say most people aren't just jumping on the gym and doing that. So, started having an attack while we're out on the water on the boat, and you're just out there. I mean, your coxswain has, like a megaphone to be able to yell. And so again, I'm starting to panic because I'm like, we're in the middle of the water. So that, again, made it worse.
Yeah, for sure.
So my coxswain was amazing. She's like trying to bypass boats because you have to wait like one at a time. Like people get off on the dock, you lift your boat. It's a whole thing. And I'm starting, like, I think they can see it. Like I'm getting to the point that I'm going to start passing out. And my mom, I love her. They get me off the water, pull me out the boat, and she is yelling at me because she knows at this point, like, that I'm probably was freaked out because I'm on the water and I just need to calm down. So all of these people are around us looking at me who's like not breathing. And my mom is just yelling at me like, Shawnta, I need you to calm down right now. And so people are looking at her crazy, but and I also don't want to get jabbed with an EpiPen. I don't like needles. And so, that was wild. Dealt with that for pretty much the whole time that I played sports, like through high school and stuff. So
do you still deal with it today?
No, thankfully you grow out of it. It's just one of these weird things that teenage girls can get. We had no idea. I think it's called, no, that's Kennedy's thing. I don't remember what it's called. I honestly have to ask my mom. I just know that, it definitely shifted.
So did mom screaming at you to calm down actually calm you down?
Oh, yeah, because she was not playing. Yeah. My mom's going to watch this. I know. My mom's going to watch this and think it's hilarious. So she is fiery red hair, Irish. I've been taller than her since I was 11, and I was terrified.
I love it.
My mom, no, you did not mess with my mom.
But you don't try to usually yell at somebody to calm them down, but it worked for you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So did you ever have to get stabbed with the EpiPen?
Thankfully, no. I did have to. I carried that thing around for years, but no.
So the EpiPen is like for an allergic reaction.
Yeah. So the steroid would help keep the airway open.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. That was the solution.
All right. You went back to 8th grade. So you had this kind of
the rowing thing then would have been
for episodes.
Yeah, that would have been the episode that I had then at rowing I would have been a junior.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you made some comment about like you can get in the state of Washington or school for rowing. Is that what you did?
No. So I was not going to give up on basketball. So, gosh, I feel like when you ask me about my childhood, it's insane. So I also had three or four knee surgeries.
I'm intrigued by people.
Yeah. 2 ankle surgeries. Completely blew out my ankle freshman year. Missed. I made JV that year. Missed part of the season. Did it again to the other one. Same injury to my other ankle.
Do you have high arches?
I don't think so. Just lame wink ankles. Yeah.
I have high arches. Literally. My feet and they roll outside. So
Oh.
both I have ligaments.
Yeah.
I've had similar
Yeah.
scenario.
There you
Just
go.
they roll.
Yep.
And I didn't even play basketball. I was a little fat kid to play football.
Well,
so,
we like football too. My boys play football. So
there you go.
yeah, no, just coming down on somebody's shoe, rolling it, going up for a rebound. Yep. Yeah. Same injury. So, and that year I lettered. I was JV varsity swing. And so I refused. I was not coming off that field. Or that court. And, yeah, I would play my 2 quarters of JV, cry in the locker room for like a good minute while I had to change uniform. My mom would give me an ibuprofen or a Tylenol or whatever, literally. And then I'd go do my warm up with varsity. And then after that season was done, had the surgery. And I mean, they've been fine ever since. But,
awesome. Tough girl.
yeah. The pain tolerance was wild. It wasn't until babies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. The trainer and I got real close. I did sports medicine with him, took his class. And
oh, yeah. I had a boot every game, basically. Underneath my cleats. They just like literally, my foot wouldn't move.
So. Yep. Yeah. I started with like the lace up kind. And then, obviously got into high school and you got the trainers at your disposal.
Upgrade to the full on tape boot. Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
All right. So you're still playing basketball, determined.
Yep.
Were you a good student in high school?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
I did not. No. I spent even in like back in like, even back in like middle school, I was pretty much grounded every winter break because I had like missing assignments and like things that I had to get caught up on. So I spent almost every winter break getting caught up on my schoolwork to get it in.
You and my daughter would get along great.
Yeah. If I loved the subject, absolutely.
Perfect
too easy.
Gamble.
Yeah. If I was like, why am I doing this? Then no. And I was that way too. Like even after I progressed out of high school, went to community college, got a scholarship to play basketball. And then the plan was to then figure out like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then figure out like moving on to 4-year, get a scholarship. Yeah. Coach was going to help with that. All those
Were
things.
Grades a factor? Or was
no, I mean, they weren't that bad because I was never going to do anything. I mean, senior year, I was captain. Like I was not going to do things to jeopardize being able to play.
It was important enough to keep the grades.
Yeah. But and it was usually only 2 classes. Yeah, it was usually in 2 classes. But
your example of soccer is exactly that.
Oh yeah,
because like you're clearly good at it, and you weren't interested in it, so therefore you don't make any effort.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. And now I got a child that does the same thing.
Well, I was about to say my oldest daughter is the same way, and so is her father.
Yep.
I was awesome at history because I loved history. Other stuff, C student.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then kind of like once you figure out that like some of the programs that they have, that it's easier to just go into that little class. I mean, well, no, actually, it would have been easier to just pass the class. Actually, I don't know. I had my English lit class. You went in and did this like quick little course thing and you just read these little packets and filled out the packet info and turned it in. And then you got a credit. And I was like, well, that's way easier than having to study for all these tests and like, I'll just do the packet real quick.
Just getting to the end game where I can play basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got a offer to go play at a JUCO college?
Yep. Went to community college, did that, was trying to figure out. And I had my senior year, my junior year, was it junior year? Junior year, we went to state. And we were district champs. I think, my junior year, we were district champs. Got to do the cutting of the net, all that. And then senior year, like we were on the path to do it again. And for whatever reason that year, they decided to change up how they did the bracketing. So we were the number 1 seed, lost right at the end, and then had to play the team that we had beat at the very beginning of the tournament. And because of that, how that worked out, we each had 1 loss, but they got to advance because of where the game was placed. So it made no sense. So they never did it again after that because they realized they didn't think through all the scenarios that could happen because technically it was double elimination. Well, neither one of us had a double elimination. So we should have played again for a 3rd time to determine who should have actually gone to state. But that game, last game of my high school career, I actually left on a stretcher.
Oh.
Yeah. I had
So
earlier in that
injury prone,
season.
aren't we?
Oh, so injury prone. It was wild. It was wild. Yeah. That one, not my fault though. We were playing our biggest rivals, Monroe, and I had no, it was Arlington. We were playing Arlington. I dove for a ball, and this girl also went for it. She stayed up. I nailed my head on her knee. Like, I mean, I slid. I had knee pads, all the things, whatever, to make me the most slippery, quick, whatever, and just knocked me out. So I was not supposed to be playing. But again, it's senior year. We have a shot at state. There's no way. There's no way I'm not playing. So
this was a prior game where you got knocked out.
Yeah, this was
and now
like,
we're talking about the final game.
Yeah, this was like 4 or 5 games, way before this. Doctor gets mad at me. I go in for my follow-up. Totally forgot that they post your points in the paper, and she happened to read the paper. So I go to my appointment, and she's like, I see you had, whatever amount of points and whatever this week. So how's that going not playing right now? And I was like, oh.
So you were concussed?
Mm-hmm.
And she said,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And there was no not telling me that I was not going to play. Yeah. Yeah. So, and yeah, actually too, I had an ACL injury at the time too.
Your coaches let you play too? I'm guessing they didn't get the doctor memo, or you were just good enough?
No, at that time, right? Yeah, no, you didn't have to. It's not the same way that it was, especially too down here. Like, there was no concussion testing and no whatever. Nope, I just
took it a little more serious.
Yeah, zipped it
today, or take it a little more serious.
Way more serious. Yeah. So we're in the final game. Yeah, we're in the final game. We're playing against this team that actually had a girl who had people campaigned to have her removed from, like, she won like a bunch of awards, went off to play college, but she was a nasty player. So obviously, unfortunately, the paper caught wind that I had a head injury. So it was known. So now all my competitors know that I'm not 100%. We're playing them in the final game, and she's tall. She was like 6'6". So for girls basketball, that's like insane.
Yeah.
And she comes down. I don't remember. I think we both went up for a rebound. I have the ball. She comes down and elbow straight on the top of my head.
Oh.
And my body immediately goes limp. And at that point, too, I don't know if she didn't realize it or what, but I still have the ball, and I'm out cold. And she is going after the ball. My body's knocked out. One of my teammates runs over, like, shoves her off of me because everybody else can see that I'm out cold. My teammate gets a technical foul for pushing that girl. And I don't know how long it took me to come to, but long enough that an ambulance had already been called, on their way.
You weren't going.
Whole game stopped. I was not going. Yep. Again, another trip to the hospital. And yeah, that's how I ended my high school basketball career.
You and your mom ever have a conversation about medical bills?
Yeah. I probably owe her a little bit. And if not, probably like the stress. I probably took a lot of years off of her life. So
well, that competition led to other things. How about that?
Oh yeah, so for sure.
You went to college.
Yep.
Play basketball, even though you're at least leaving high school all busted up.
Oh yeah. At this point, yeah, like my left ACL is stretched, not torn, trying to heal that. Oh yeah. I had like the big fancy custom brace. You can't move in that thing. I literally put it on for one game, and I was like, absolutely not. Like, if it's going to tear, it's going to tear. Got hit one more time in the head, and it didn't fully knock me out, but just the way that it was, I just got so woozy. And, obviously people know now that, like, it doesn't ever fully go away. They just progress as you get hit. So you don't even have to get hit as hard for it to be as bad. And yeah. And then between the knee surgeries, they were looking at telling me I needed another knee surgery, but this time it was going to be massive. They wanted to open up my knee, do all this stuff. And I was like, okay, at this point, I'm 19, and I'm like, how much of my body, like, I want to have kids one day, be a grandma, and be able to
walk when you're 50.
Yeah. Yep. So made the decision to finally give it up.
Okay.
And then at that point, when I did not have sports to, like, ground me to school, I was like, community college is like high school, except for your teachers really don't care. They don't even know your name. Um, so I was like, I don't
So
think
you're
this
really
is for
vested.
me.
That's what
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this place is for me. So I actually dropped out. I don't even know that I told my parents before I actually dropped out. Went and signed up for massage school. And at that point, I was 18 and what was it? Probably shouldn't say the name, but Sally Mae was doing loans, which they can't anymore. And so, yeah, 18, no credit, no nothing, had no business.
Those are student loans.
Getting a student loan. Very.
You got it from massage school.
Yeah. Got
okay. I was like, wait a second. You just left school. How are you getting student loans?
Yep. Went and got student loans for massage school. My parents were furious.
Okay.
Went and did that for a hot minute. Did not love my school either. At that point, my great aunt that I was pretty close with, growing up, my mom was a very young mom. And we just, I don't know, we just had this like weird unspoken just connection, like from the jump when I was little.
Your aunt?
Yep, my great aunt, and she passed away. And I don't even fully remember, like, you know, your body, like, you forget certain things, or like certain things just like there's holes in memory because your body's trying to protect you. And so that just kind of becomes like a weird period. Definitely. It was the first time that I'd really dealt with like somebody that I know or close to, besides like, I mean, we had a couple student deaths, but like this person was very important to me.
Family loss.
Yeah. And so I ended up dropping out of massage school, just kind of getting some random jobs. And then I landed at a payroll company and did that for a while.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah, really, they tried to get me. So I worked in the mail department, which was, you know, I was actually making way too much money for somebody my age doing what I was doing. They tried to get me into the payroll side. And I was like, oof, I don't like numbers. That's nope. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't love this. And then fast forward a few years, I'm 20 and I get pregnant with my oldest. And our families decide, well, we told you not to do that, told you to be a little bit more smart, because we had just moved in together. We'd known each other for 2 seconds. And so we get married, and I immediately am like, this is a no. Nope. And
wait, what?
Yeah, no,
the marriage part?
Oh yeah, the marriage part.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the marriage. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. It was a bad situation. And so asked my parents if I could come back home, went back into massage school because I like helping people. I'm good with like, I think like things that are physical. Like, and if I can learn something and I'm hands-on and doing it, that's my jam. So go back to massage school, crush it. Start working. I think I worked 3 massage jobs once I graduated. And that was kind of what then started getting me into adulthood.
All right. So marriage is not for you, at least this round.
Yep.
I won't make any presumptions. We're getting there. You're enjoying massage school or being a masseuse.
Yep.
Right? And so you're starting to, as you said, we're going into adulthood.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So how's that working out for you? You got a kid.
Yep. Got a kid.
How boy, girl?
Boy. Yeah, that's my
And you're
oldest.
living at a parent's house?
Living at my parents' house.
All right. Is mom helpful, or is she like, you're on your own?
Helpful. That honestly, with my oldest, that was like her baby. My mom at the time was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And so I'm going through massage school, and then I'm working 3 jobs. It progressively got there. I didn't start at 3, but I'm working 3 jobs.
You're doing a good job working.
Yeah, we gotta do things. The goal is not to live at home forever.
Yeah, you're a competitor. You're getting after it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So that was her 4th baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
she was very helpful.
Very helpful. Yeah, they were super connected.
That's awesome.
He didn't go to daycare. She was daycare. So she's doing that. I meet my second ex-husband.
See a theme with it.
yeah. Not anymore. We don't do that anymore.
Okay. Second ex-husband.
Yep. And he has plans to go into the military.
Okay.
And basically is like, this is what I'm doing. You can come with me, but like, this is my goal. These are my paths. And at that time I was like, okay. So he starts doing that. He has a couple of injuries, kind of sets him back. And when my oldest is about 3, I think, we follow him to San Antonio. And that move about killed my mom because that was literally like her child moving away. And I had moved out of their house, but it was maybe for like maybe 6 months. Yeah.
She's probably still helping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She comes down. If it's this past
Well, I was
year,
talking
it's
about
been
then, like even though you were moved out, did she still?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they rebought the car that they gave me, bought it back from me so that I could have cash to move. I'm not the only kid they did that for. They actually did that. They bought me a car and then bought the car from me.
I used to joke that my father asked me to come down here and work in this company so he could afford his daughters.
Yeah. Oh.
Which there's a lot of truth to that. And guess what? Karma's a bitch because I got 2 daughters.
Yep.
So anyway, back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Family was so helpful. They actually.
That's the way it should be.
Oh, amazing. I literally don't think I would be here today without my family. Especially this past like 2-3 years. It's been crazy. So,
well,
yeah.
So you got good infrastructure, good foundation.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you run off to San Antonio.
Yep. We do San Antonio. We're there for like 2 years because he's doing his pipeline stuff, doing his training. Then we actually come down here to the Panhandle. Finish out his schooling.
Okay.
Yep. So we lived in Navarre for
Special
like 2 years.
Forces?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So we lived in Navarre for 2 years. That was, Texas was the first time I lived out of Washington. That was hot. Then we got here and I was like, oof, I don't know how people wear pants here.
Holy shit, it's humid.
Yeah. It was a big adjustment. So
we travel, we go to Montana.
Yeah.
Similar climate.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we'll stay a couple weeks in the summer or whatever. And then I come back and literally I walk off the plane and start sweating.
Oh, yeah.
It's like your body acclimates over there and you come back here. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I feel like it almost chokes you out a bit before you're even getting off the plane. Like they open that door and just,
yep. Yeah. Then I smell the Gulf and it's all okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So you're here.
Yep. So we're here. He graduates, totally done with schooling, and we go back to Washington.
Okay.
So now we're about 2.5 hours.
Can you go back there and stay in?
Yeah. So he's still in. Yeah. So, but there's very few bases, that were optional that are stateside, and he wanted to go back to Washington. And so we went back to Washington, and then I say we got stuck there for 7.5 years, and he was gone
because of him or because of you?
Just hit the job that he was doing, the different trainings, things like that. Just there kept being opportunities. For all the things I can say about him, I will always give him the credit. He is very good at what he does. That was his focus. I literally handled the kids and everything else, and he focused on himself and his job, and he progressed faster than he's in like the 1% of like how quickly he progressed in his career. So yeah, he is good at what he does. It just, came at a price.
Got it.
So
understand.
Yeah.
I've listened to enough of those military podcasts to see there's sometimes a theme there.
Yeah.
You're
absolutely.
Not knocking it.
Absolutely.
Thank them for what they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're stuck in Washington again.
Yeah. We're stuck in Washington. And at that time too, I'm basically a single parent that just doesn't have to worry about finances.
So do you have
all the time
another child at this point?
Yeah. So we move back to Washington and I get pregnant.
Okay.
With my middle. And so we do that, and then my gosh, we were living on base. And again, I was probably like, as far as like when they talk about like dependas and things like that as like military spouses, I was not that. I half the time was like, if they said the number of rank, I was like, okay, well, what is that? And then if they said the name of what it was, I was like, okay, well, what's I never knew. I never knew where it was at. I didn't wear the stripes. It was not, my world was, it felt totally separate sometimes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So we're living on base, and I don't remember how, but like I end up learning like how much we get paid in BH because I had no idea. And I was like, my word.
The acronyms.
Yeah. What is it? Basic housing allowance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
because we're living on base, every penny of that, like you don't even see it. It just goes straight to whoever they've hired to contract for housing.
Okay.
So this is very crazy to me because the housing we're living in, it is new. So it's nicer because, not all military housing is great.
Mm-hmm.
But my brain is like, well, at this point, I think he's like an E5. Like we've been in for a minute. Like we're at the point where like, yeah, we're a military family, but like we're not dying anymore. Like he's moved up enough that like we're good.
Yeah.
And we're living next to people who are like brand new, just out of basic. This is their first second of being in. And I'm like, okay, so our BH at that point is like $500-$600 more than theirs a month. But like we have to give up all of ours and they live in the same housing that we do.
Doesn't make sense.
That does make sense. Like, why are we we're literally just giving up this money then? So I decide to talk to him. I don't know. We end up having a conversation about buying a house. And his dad was a realtor at the time. And we're like, okay, I guess we can kind of like see what it's about. We had USA at the time. We have a conversation. It takes like 3 seconds. And they're like, cool, you can go house shopping. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
So we end up.
You're approved.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It was so quick. I was not prepared. So so we start hunting. We end up buying a house, do some renovations to it. And then he's gone. Literally, we moved in. We started some renovations. He's gone. And at that time, too, we were contemplating whether or not we'd have another kid. Because, again, I'm basically 9 months out of the year by myself. And it's not like he came back and had 3 straight months of home time. It was sprinkled out throughout that whole year. So it's a lot raising. And I have boys. And my middle is one of those kids that the only time he's not moving, talking, doing something is when he's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on the go always. And he's so goofy and hilarious, but he's a handful.
Yeah. You got to find a way to focus that energy into something.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. So we went back and forth. And then I had been upstairs because we were never on the same page. I had finally said no. My ex comes upstairs and he's like, yeah, I agree. I think we're done. And I started crying. And I was like, no, we're not done. So we made an agreement. I'd go, get off birth control and we'd give it 6 months. And if I wasn't pregnant in 6 months, then like he was going to go do all that. We were done. I got pregnant like immediately. So we're like, okay, here comes
you say
number
you're
3.
done, like done with
no
marriage?
More kids. No more kids.
Okay.
No more kids. Yep. Like we were done.
Like, he's going to go do that. Like, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Go have a vasectomy, like take care of things.
Okay.
Like we were done. We were going to make it official. We were done.
Yeah.
Jumping off the couch.
I'm very open about that. I had that appointment before my second child was born. So there was no mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We made that family decision together. But
yeah,
you went a different direction.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So number 3.
And I was terrified. So
another boy?
No. And this one, I thought with all 3 of my pregnancies, no, actually the last one we didn't even let it because you could do at that point, the blood drawing was becoming a thing. So you could do the testing. And I was like, we are paying. I don't care what it costs because I love him. I love him so much. But I was like, if I have another one like my middle and I'm having to solo parent majority of the time, I don't think that I'll survive that. So yeah.
You know your limits?
I did. Yeah. I was like,
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, if there's 2 of them and they can feed off of each other, I don't think that that's going to go great. So we did the blood test, found out at like 6 weeks that we were having a girl.
Okay.
And yeah, thank you. And we were overjoyed. And her brother, now they fight all the time, but he was, I would say both of them, but mainly the middle was obsessed with her from moment one.
Awesome.
And she was like the little missing link. And and then
balanced him out a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, he had some softer moments with her, and I think and still to this day does very overprotective because they're 4 years apart, so they're in school together. And so when she came to elementary school and sat on that bus one day, and a boy tried to sit next to her. And she wanted to hold hands with that boy. That was
not having it.
That was quite the problem. So
I get it. I have 3 little sisters. Be protective.
Yeah, uber protective. So yeah, I do love that part of them.
So all right, You're still in Washington.
Still in Washington.
How do we make our way to the Panhandle?
COVID hits.
Okay.
Well, Washington lost its mind. Literally. I don't know how, a better way to say it, but Washington lost its mind.
Well, you did have half the state wanting to join Idaho.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then
you were gone by then, I think.
Yeah.
That was actually tried to make a real thing.
Yeah.
Because the state was, when you probably know, the state was run by the coast, if you will.
Yep.
And you had a group of people that were maybe not as like-minded through that.
100%. Yeah.
So you just
literally can
leave.
kind of like down. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. We were doing, so not only too, because I think a lot of people don't realize, so COVID was happening. We had crazy restrictions. And then we also had crazy movements, like downtown Seattle got overtaken.
Yeah.
By multiple groups, whoever, whatever, don't care. But it was nuts. There was just chaos everywhere. Because of my ex's job, they paused things for like 3 seconds and they're like, that's cool. They're like, other things in the world don't stop just because governments say that the world's going to stop. So I think they waited 3 weeks and he was right back to work. So now I'm by myself with a not even almost 1-year-old, because it was literally, actually she was 1, because we didn't get to do her first birthday party because it literally, everything shut down the week before her birthday. We had been planning, ordered all the things. So
ridiculous.
Yeah. And then, so we didn't get to do, so I have a 1-year-old, a kindergartner, and a 6th grader. And I'm trying to, in our kitchen table, help both of them do computer learning, why my 1-year-old screams at me because I won't let her in, because then she's messing with the boys and playing with their computers, or they're trying to mess with her. And that lasted a few months. So what, they start school in September, October. I was like, nope, we got to go. Where can we go? He gave me my options. I was like, let's do Florida. They look like they're living normal life. Yep.
We were good.
Yep. So he said, okay, let me make some phone calls. And again, like I said, when it comes to his job, he really does do killer things. And so he made it happen. We had been we weren't done remodeling our house. My parents jumped in, all hands on deck. We got our house finished with all the projects. It was the only time my house was ever complete. I got to enjoy it for like a month. Listed it on the market. My ex-father-in-law listed it for us, but he was 2.5 hours away. So, this was the first time that I started doing real estate things without realizing I was doing real estate things, because all the agents called me. I decluttered, I staged, I had everything ready. I did it all. I mean, obviously my ex helped, he was there, but when it came to like making the decisions of like what should go, what should stay, how it should look, how I should set it up, I crushed it. And so we sold our house.
Was the market?
Oh, it was
really
insane.
Yeah,
it was insane.
So where? Give me a time. So your fall of 20?
Yeah, it's literally, we listed our house in October.
Okay, got
Yep.
it. So the market there was pretty strong, even though all the shenanigans going on.
Yep. So, our exact house had listed and sold the month before us, and we sold for $30,000 more than they did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So we start shopping down here.
It was a staging.
Oh, I actually got an offer. One of the offers, we got three offers. One of the offers, they wanted all of our furniture.
It happens like that.
Yeah. He was like, I love the setup. I love it all. I want it. And at the time I was like, no, but looking back now, and then I moved down here because, I was in Washington, like the whole farmhouse era was still quite the thing. That's definitely how it was, all that gray. And then I moved down here and I was like, wow, nope, we can't, no, we're not, none of that matches.
The problem is you never really get what you pay when you do a bulk buy like that. But yeah, you came to a totally different area.
Well, I mean, I'm still a military spouse, and like we're doing better, but like I got 3 kids. So no, it was either DIY stuff because my mom is good at that, not me, that I made my mom do. Or my ex was also pretty handy. So no, honestly, I should have let it go because we came down and then I realized none of it would fit or work like aesthetically in this house, and I got rid of all of it.
Okay.
Literally, I don't think there's the letters home I have like I have like well, yeah, I'm like, I have the big Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. HOME.
Yep.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. And that's the only thing I think decor wise that is in my house from my last house.
All right. Lesson learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got a story to give people advice to now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when they're moving cross country.
Yep.
All right. So y'all just pack up in a van and move down by the river to Florida?
We did. My dad helped us drive down, did a little detour. We are under contract for our house in Niceville. While we are moving, we're trying to negotiate some things because it was a new build. It is so stressful. We are trying to get them to allow. So we haven't seen this house in person. Have very horrible walkthrough-ish video. Actually, I didn't even have a walkthrough video. We did a FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
Blurry because he didn't have great service. So I don't even know like what the outside yard looks like. I had been to Niceville maybe once, but don't really remember it the last time we lived here because there was 7.5 years in between when we lived here before and coming back. So I don't know Niceville. We're having to make these big decisions. We realize like the deck that they're going to give us is this tiny, lame little deck. They're trying to like basically just describe. We have no plans. They're like, if you want this deck, we have to know today. It's $10,000 more. Well, again, this is the first time because we just sold this house in Washington for great money. But this is the first time we have like money and we're able to like do things. But $10,000 is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're just
was this the doctor? Dr. Horton?
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Nope. I know. It took me a second. I was like, wait,
it sounds like
no
the
doctor. Yeah.
But
no, thank God. No. Small little builder.
Okay.
In Niceville.
That's usually better.
Yep.
Or can be.
Yeah, can be. And had we later come find out, the builder had no idea that any of this was going on. Our agent didn't do a phenomenal job. The builder's agent wasn't communicating things fully with the builder. So the builder had no idea that we were stressed out. We literally cut 2 days out of our trip down here to try and get to the house earlier so that we could see it in person to like make some of these decisions. And they would not give us a day. So made the decision, did the deck. I mean, it ended up being fine. I love my house now, but it was so stressful. Yeah, did not love that. So we get down here, we close January 2021, and my oldest goes to Ruckle, comes home from school within a day or two, and has like some weird sniffles, and we're like, we all get COVID.
Yeah. Welcome to Florida.
Because we've been in a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all
incubate you. You know,
literally.
Welcome.
Yep. We could tell. I was like, yep, here it comes. So
just go outside and play. Shake it off.
Literally. So
it's fine.
Yeah. It runs through us all. We're good to go.
Yeah. You know, in retrospect, it was probably good for them to go ahead and knock it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Moment when.
I had it twice and didn't, you could, asymptomatic.
Same. No. The first time when I got it, I don't think we didn't realize I had it at first. Until I thought it was just a sinus infection. Cause again, growing up, very prone to those. And then I couldn't smell and I was like, oh, it was probably COVID. Yeah. I still didn't feel great. Yeah. I didn't feel great and it was fine. And we moved on.
Yeah. My guy was like, you've had COVID. I'm like, no, I have not. You don't know what you're talking about, doctor. Of course, this is the beginning of the personally, I wasn't, exactly trusting everything that I was being told about this whole event. But sure enough, you can have it. And I had it twice because I get blood work.
To test,
asymptomatic, nothing.
Yeah.
Never felt bad, never coughed, nothing.
That's crazy.
And then the third time, then I got a little something.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So you're here.
Yep.
You got a home.
Yep.
Things are going pretty good. At what point?
Kind of.
Well, okay. You're at the beach. You're not in Washington. How about that?
We're not in Washington and loving that.
Okay. All right. So at what point did you decide to dabble into real estate?
Yeah. So, my two best friends, when is it? Maybe like May-ish time frame. Yeah. They don't know each other, never met, and they both start doing real estate at the exact same time, like taking their courses.
Like your friends here in Florida?
One in Colorado, one in Washington.
Okay, all right. Friends from growing up, I guess, or whatever? Military?
One military spouse we connected online. We had never actually met in person. We just missed. We both had been in Washington. And when we really started connecting, they had just PCS to Wisconsin. And I was still in Washington and then obviously came here. And then the other gal, when I moved back to Washington, we connected and became super close.
Okay. So, but they're doing it at different places.
Doing it in different places. They don't even know each other. So it's not like, just very weird.
Yeah.
So.
It's 2021, get in the game.
Well, yeah. I mean, who didn't become a real estate agent?
Yeah, exactly. Man, this shit's easy.
Yeah. Well, so that's funny. That's kind of how they're like, Shawnta, you literally you did part of real estating when you sold your home. Like you talked to the agents, you scheduled out the showings, you staged, you decluttered, you nitpicked your own house and like made it amazing, ready to sell. That's literally a big part of listing a house.
Yeah.
Like you could do this. Like you already like working with people, which is funny because maybe not actually. I like my people. But
you have a selective client list,
sometimes. But yeah, so they convinced me and I'm like, okay, you know what? As my middle would say, bet.
Yeah.
And I decided to sign up for the courses. I don't tell my ex because I know, I had done the military wife thing, the MLMs, all of that. Like I had tried, give me something that's not just taking care of these kids when I'm at home all the time. Mm-hmm. Trying to have my own thing. So I knew that he was going to be like, great. Another thing that we're going to throw some money at. Oh, I did personal training. Like literally, another thing we're going to throw some money at and is probably not going to go anywhere. So I didn't want to tell him. So he was getting ready to leave for a 6-week training. And I said, I'm going to get this done in 6 weeks. I can do it. So my boys both start football. And I literally sit in the car every football practice. I'm doing it as much as I can. I feed them, get them in bed. I am doing as much studying as I can until my brain literally, I don't know what I'm reading. I'm waking up early before they go. I have to get them ready to school, getting them off to school. I'm putting in classical music on my headphones. And then my daughter's watching Bluey. And so that I can just crank this out, which I do. I finished the schooling in 6 weeks. And then
did you do a self course?
Yep, the online.
Okay.
Yep, did online. And then my ex comes back. We actually left for, I think, 2.5 weeks. His cousin is actually an astronaut, and she was launching at Kennedy Space Center. Yeah,
wow.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So whole family, obviously,
seems like
massive
some good
event.
military genes over there on that side of things.
She was in the Navy.
Okay.
I'll give her a little shout out. One of the first females to captain a submarine.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name's Kayla Barron. She's amazing. Very cool things that she did. So yeah, forever grateful, for all the whatever things. Obviously that's not my family anymore, but, some amazing people.
Yeah.
And yeah, super cool that
so you got to go watch the launch?
Yep.
Okay.
So, it ended up getting delayed a couple times, but we did, Disney, we did Universal, stayed, watched her launch, came back and scheduled my test. I literally had then 1 weekend. Mind you, I've just been gone for 2.5, 3 weeks almost because the launch kept getting delayed. I have 1 weekend to study for my test. And thankfully, because of COVID, you're still able to do it online. So I schedule my test for 5 a.m. because I'm like, my kids will still be asleep. I should be able to knock this out before anybody's awake. I plan to do it in my oldest room because it's the most tucked away from the house that if the kids do wake up, hopefully they should leave me alone because, they're so strict. They're nobody can knock on the door. Nobody can talk to you. Nobody can whatever. So I'm a little bit stressed out. So day of the test comes. In my son's room, literally had him sleep somewhere else that night so I didn't have to disturb anybody. Do the where they have to pan the room to see it and make sure, do all the checks. Sit back down. My son has my ex's older alarm clock over in the corner. It starts going off. And I'm like, can I get up and turn that off? He says, no. If you get up out of that chair right now, I'm going to have to fail you and you're going to have to reschedule to take your test. And I'm like, absolutely not. Just trying to get time to study this weekend with all of my family and my kids home. no way. I'm not delaying this. I'm like, are you sure? There's like, really? Like, you just pan the room. You saw the alarm clock. I literally can turn it. You can watch me. And he says, no, nope. Hadn't even clicked start to take my test.
Kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep. So I'm like, okay, well,
some
I
nerd
hit
in
start.
a box with a counter power. Anyway.
Yeah. Throw anything, nothing with, because
so you had started, an alarm clock's going off.
Alarm, and like,
is it like one of those like,
yep.
I'd probably throw something at it. But
yeah.
So how we handle that?
I cried 3 times. They can watch me because they're watching you take your test.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
No, wait, what? I cried 3 times.
I just figure some nerd controlling us on the other end and just bawling.
Well, trying to
not
remember.
Consoling you at all.
Nope. So I get done with the test, and at this point, it's like, it's early. It's probably like 6:37 in the morning, and I'm like, I need a mimosa after that. And the alarm clock stopped going 5 minutes before I was done with my test. Like, it finally shut off, and then I was done in like 5 minutes. So literally my entire test, I was having an alarm clock scream at me. So that was really fun. Passed.
Okay. Congrats.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, of course,
you
can't
tune out the noise.
Barely. So yeah, so get past, get it. At this point, it's December 2021. Had not planned to really like do anything with it. Joined EXP, joined like a team that's like not a team, so I don't have to pay them splits or anything, but they'll like, there's like extra trainings and things like that outside of like what the brokerage does. The plan had been to just kind of learn. With this, my thought was like, I don't want to like get it and then immediately start working and feel brand new, because this is massive money. These are people's lives and homes. Like, I know I'm going to be brand new, but I don't want to, like, on an education level, feel brand new. And I mean, I do love living in Florida, but Florida to me is crazy that you're 40-hour, or like, you don't even read a contract, and then you can start writing contracts. And so that 40-hour class, I wanted like time to do that. Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy to me. It was crazy to me. So my thought process was, I knock this out. I'm going to get it. I'm going to bust out that 40-hour class. I'm going to actually learn how to be a realtor. Yeah. And then when my daughter goes to kindergarten, I'll start working. My ex had a buddy at work that was going to look for an investment property. Should be really easy. They decided to like, let me do it. So I'm like, cool. Still not really working, but I do that deal. So yeah, that's 2021, I think. No, 2022. Now we're in 2022. My ex deploys. Things are just not, they're just not good. And I'm like, nope, I'm done. It's been the same crazy thing for a very long time now. And I'm like, we're done here. So he was still deployed.
Was it his career?
So many things. Honestly, it was, I don't think that you can fully blame the career, because there's people who, that do life like that all the time that make it out fine. To me, it is how the people behave when they're not with their spouse. It's making, there's a lot of times that decisions were made that like maybe he didn't have to make. And had he thought about his family a little bit more, things could have gone differently. Because like I said, it was always his job. That was most important. That was number one. It did not matter what was happening at home, because I had it. So he didn't have to worry about it. So, and then once certain behaviors start happening and there's just no thought and consideration for your spouse at home, and you're not behaving like you would never behave that way in front of me or if you were here. So it just, I was like, why am I still doing this? So, asked for a divorce. It's May. He's deployed though, so I have time. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Like, yes, I have my real estate license, but I'm not actively working, at all. And
were you with this team at the time? Like, were you engaged with them? Were you learning?
No, actually, the team fell apart. Now that you say that, they got overwhelmed. They had a booming career. They had a podcast. Like, they were pulling in agents left and right.
Podcasts make a lot of money.
Do they?
No. This one doesn't. That's why I just do it for fun. Yeah, it's like, I was joking.
Yeah. No, it's funny that you say that because actually in my divorce, that's why I quit doing my podcast for a minute, is because they were trying to say that I was going to go and monetize my podcast and that should be considered.
Your husband or ex-husband was like,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, fine. I was like,
you can bring me in as an expert witness. I'm not saying it can't, but like, that's not why I do this.
Yeah,
I do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy meeting people like you.
Yep.
And if, someone wants to pay me for me to say something, cool, right. I'll do it. But this is really about the people and local and real estate. So it's gone beyond that, which I'm proud of. Yeah. Just because I guess I could run my mouth. I don't know.
Well,
I enjoy it. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
And, it takes time out of my day away from over here that does make money, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you have to have something. You have to have a little something.
Well, it does add value. I can't take away that it not add value to Setco, but we've had dinner once. I get to know people on a more intimate level about their lives. So, okay, so you're trying to get through this divorce, and this podcast that you've created is going to make you so much money that he wants a piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awkward, but whatever.
Yeah.
Did we finally get to the end game?
It took forever. So to back up a little bit, I decide in September that I'm going to give that's what I'm going to do. We moved away from Washington, never thinking that we would move back. Like, we knew not raising our kids there, it's not the place for us.
Yeah.
And I wanted better for my babies. So, trying to then figure out okay, am I going to stay here? I have family in Arizona, but then I was like, girl, what are you going to do in Arizona? So I'm like, okay.
It's dry and hotter.
I know. But so same friend one of the same friends that talked me into real estate, she was on a military spouse team, and they were all over, and they actually had just started with a girl in Pensacola here. And she's like, I think that you'd be great. You should interview. They sell me the world, tell me that I'm going to be having so much leads that I'm going to be able to close 2 deals just from them every month. And I'm like, well, that sounds amazing. Because again, I have not actively pursued real estate at this point. So I'm like, okay, great. This sounds amazing. So they onboard me in September. Per their team structure, you have to do all this training and courses again before they will allow you to then go and work, because they're not trying to, again, have uneducated agents. Yeah. So I will say, for all the things that team was, I'm very grateful for that, because that was intense. Did my 8 weeks, got to launch in November. The X is finally back. But now at this point, we're trying to figure out how we're navigating all of that. And then I'm a brand new agent, obviously, no choice, gotta work now.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's in November. We get through the holidays. He finally has a place. We're just, both of us are just kind of getting set up and getting going. He keeps wanting me to be the one to figure out all the mediation stuff. I'm drowning. I would never wish on even everybody I don't like to have to start the process of being a single mom, building a real estate career of all things. And I hadn't worked I was a stay-at-home mom at that point for 8 years. So it was insane. It was a lot. So I get blindsided with divorce papers, because we had talked about doing mediation. That had been the plan, but it just, and then, and his schedule, and he's not home. Okay. So he's like, I could do mediation this week and this week. And I'm like, well, I can't call up the mediator and be like, hey, I need you to clear your schedule. They're months and months out.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm not trying to continue to educate him on the process. He's got the same access to information that I do. Whatever. He chooses violence, in my opinion, and serves me with divorce paperwork. I, thank God, had done consultations with lawyers. The lawyer that I ended up going with, I had sat in her office literally 6 months to the date. And I had told him that, which is how I know, the timing, there's just no coincidence in my opinion. But sat in her office, told her that we were going to try and do mediation, we were going to keep things nice. And I literally am bawling. I feel so stupid about it now, but bawling, worrying about him, concerned about just the night, how are we both going to make it? How are we both going to do this? And not ruin our children at the same time. And she literally sat there and she's like, I'm telling you, she's like, I do military divorces like this all the time. I'm telling you, you're going to be back in my office and furious, and you're going to have wasted money, and we're going to go through this whole process. And I was like, no, we're going to do it. No, literally 6 months to actually, I was actually over by like a day or two, immediately called her office when I got the paperwork. And because of the situation, she was willing to take me. Because I did already know at that point too, like if the lawyer's good enough, their consultations are like 3 months out. And obviously I had like 30 days to respond. So yeah, so we start that process. It's a nightmare. It takes forever. He's mad at me that it's taking forever. We try and do mediation. So he does that in September. So June of that next year, then we finally get to mediation. That goes horribly. That was a giant waste of money. We had agreed on things, but things didn't get entered because the session ended early. And I told my lawyer after that meeting, I said, because of how this went today, there's going to be retaliation. What am I going to do when that happens? Because the only thing right now that he can affect is financially. And she said, well, let me know when that happens and we'll go from there. Immediately happened. I was supposed to get child support and alimony that we had agreed on. Like, I don't even think it was a week later. No payment. Was like, I'm not paying you. It's like, okay, cool. So, yeah, that was going on. And then
were you still working or
yeah, I'm still trying to build a career at that point
with the other team, the XP team?
No, so the team that I ended up joining and working on that made me do all the trainings, they were an expansion team with Keller Williams. I did that for 6 months. It was horrible. We didn't know as agents, but she was breaking down, falling apart, insane debt. They had done Zillow. Yeah. They had done Zillow when things were crazy. So they were raking in money. Tried to do some big expansion things.
This is after June 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When things shift. Yep. Things shift. They don't have a good plan in place because their plan had been Zillow. And we all know that a cold Zillow lead, like, might as well just, you're better off meeting a stranger on the sidewalk that you could convince to buy some real estate than you could a cold Zillow lead. So, yeah, trying to do all these things. We're getting talked down to a lot about, we need to be doing this, we need to be doing that. And I'm still dealing with my ex situation. And I'm like, this is starting to feel really familiar. My body's starting to have a lot of the same responses to this leader that I do with my ex. And I'm like, I don't think this is a healthy place for me. And my best friend in Washington, we're on a team call. She literally writes my resignation email for me while I'm on this call with that team.
And she's part of the team?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. She's just knows all the drama that's happening. She writes me my resignation letter. I immediately get off that call, send it off. Cause I'm like, cause I was the only agent for this area, minus the Pensacola gal. But when you're a military team and your niche is military, I'm like, Pensacola is way too far away from the hub of where all our military is. So really it's me, and I am building this team's name and their brand. I am not allowed, like, it always has to be the team name. I'm not allowed to shout myself out. Like, if there's a lead that comes in, I have to direct them through the lead or the team stuff. I cannot give them my own personal number. I cannot have my face or my name attached to anything that theirs is on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, if I'm going to work this hard, because it is, it was so much work, why would I not just do it for myself? So did that for 6 months. Said, nope, I'm going to figure it out. It took me 6 months to really figure it out. But in that 6 months, I had closed 3 deals with the team, which were horrible splits. That's the other part where I was like, there's no way I'm going to have to close. I think to just make like ends meet and not struggle, I was going to have to close 6 deals every single month with my team because of how the splits were.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, there was so many light bulbs. And right at the time when I had agreed to join them in September, I knew like my ex was coming back. Like I had to make a decision, and and then again, you don't know what you don't know. So yeah. So really quickly,
it's a
I'm
risk
like,
you take in any new career path, new job, new company, but
I don't. And at this
you
point
didn't know
too,
what
I
you didn't
don't
know.
really have friends down here. I don't have a ton of friends down here. I've been dealing with all of that, very isolated. Obviously, lost. I mean, I was in therapy. I mean, I'm still in therapy, but it was chaos. It was chaos. And I figured out though, and I ended up closing 8 deals from June to December.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I think we're going to be
your
okay.
average price point, 300?
Yeah, at that time, 300, because it was a lot of military, right? Everything I had been doing was a lot of military. So yeah, about 300. The next year, that was.
So we're in 23?
Yep.
Okay.
Where are we now? We're 26. Yeah, we're 23. Next year,
Not exactly a killer year.
No, it was,
So
but
how did
at
Shawnta
this point, I think I closed 10 that year, 10 or 11. Yeah. So again, staying on pace for about what I did, but it was like,
so who are you with now? Are you still with KW? Just on your own, or?
No, I went back to EXP.
Okay.
Yep. I went back to EXP. I did KW for like 3 seconds in that interim because I just needed to. I had an active shopper. So I was like, I don't have time to research. I know that I want to make a smart decision with this move again now because, I've done this team and that was horrible. My team before that I wasn't active really, so it didn't matter. But I'm like, I want there to be a benefit when I join this next team. So go back to EXP and I mean, it's fine. But like I said, I'm solo. I'm doing this on my own. And
not great.
Yeah, it's
training and mentor.
Yeah,
it's a good model,
I mean,
but
they had. So I will say, so I was a part of
with the EXP.
Yeah, so the group that I was a part of, they went above and beyond for extra training, but there's still just like there's nobody in my area. I'm able to talk to my friend in her name's Candace, my friend in Colorado, who's just crushing it. She's doing amazing. So I have like real estate friends from afar, but like nobody close.
Luckily. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm doing that, chugging along. But I think the benefit was that from the moment I actually started practicing real estate, the market was constantly doing weird things.
Mm-hmm.
So all I've ever known is a weird fluctuating market that nobody can even remotely figure out what is happening.
The bar's right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had a good time.
So for me, I don't know. I wasn't a part of like when you could throw sand and hit a buyer. So, you didn't
have to throw the sand.
Literally.
Just walk around, like you said, FaceTime and they'll buy it that day.
Yeah.
So, but
so I didn't experience
that's not healthy either.
No.
Because I've been through multiples of those. And
I feel like, agents who jumped in at that time and then that's how it was, they didn't, you missed out on a lot of skills to make you a long-term agent. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. And all I knew was if you wanted a client, you were going to network, you were going to grind, you were going to hone in your skill. Like and now at this point too, you've got abundance of agents, especially in this area. I feel like, I know everybody says, oh, there's so many agents in my market, but I really do think we've got an insane amount of agents for this small little area.
7% of the population in this county.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. So insane.
7%.
Insane. Insane. I feel it.
Real estate license.
I feel it. Yeah.
Or they're actually licensed and paying dues. That's still. Anyway.
They're still active. Hey, because sometimes they do, like, I feel like, there's random people who.
You're always going to have ticket takers or people that can, family and that have their licenses. Yeah. But it's specific to sales. I think it's still a lot of times a 90-10 rule. Sometimes 80-20 depending on the market. But you're going to have 10% of the agents that work hard and gobble up 90% of the market.
Yeah.
So where are we getting your 90%?
Military.
Military focused. Is that where you started out there? Did you decide to expand on that?
I just kept digging in.
Yeah.
Because again, like, at this point, no, it was 2024, no, 2025 that I'm starting to prep. So so I'm just digging in. I'm trying to stay focused. The court stuff is taking forever. We finally get court dates set for the next year so 2025. It's going to be February. We're going to have a temporary hearing finally, because now we've done all the stuff with the I'm not paying you, whatever. At this point, I'm at Real. I've met Michaela. The team that I had first been on at EXP was a umbrella of a girl named Kristen, and I had been watching her forever because Michaela and Kristen are friends. I then learned that Michaela's local. I see that Kristen leaves for Real. And at this point too, I have a friend that I had helped purchase, and she was going to do loans, whatever. We end up having conversation. I help her get her real estate license. We're going to become a duo. So she's about to get to the point where she's about to be licensed. And I'm like, okay, I want to make sure that like I'm not bouncing around anymore. I don't think that EXP is going to be a great fit for her because it's just me locally.
Yeah.
So I'd been talking at this point, Candace is already at Real. And I told her like, hey, I do like things about Real. She has people that offer extra trainings and things like that. Some like great people. She's a great connector, and she just happens to be connected with like some people at Real that like they are very connected at Real as well. So I'm like, okay, I think that we can make this work. So I said, but I'm not joining you at Real if I can't find somebody local though, because I need both. I need the great online, and I need somebody here locally. So
what was your logic behind that?
Just community. It gets so hard. It's so hard when you are grinding, especially like single mom life. The only conversations I'm having are like maybe some of the sports moms. I am a part of a mom's group at this point as well. And so it's starting to grow. But like, again, I don't go to my sports moms or my mom's group and sit there and talk to them about real estate. Like they don't know real estate. So I'm needing community.
Yeah. But when you say community, you want somebody to talk, real estate.
Yep.
Not,
Yep.
The soccer mom or football mom may be a nurse and it's not necessarily going to rap with you about our deal we put together today.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
it. And
Michaela
just like
kind of filled that void.
Yeah. So I saw that Kristen left to Real, and I messaged Michaela and I'm like, hey, I just saw Kristen's going to Real. Are you about to move as well? And she was like, funny enough, I'm literally doing it today. And I said, cool. Let me know when you're done. I'm joining my friend in Colorado, but I'd also like somebody local. So I do that we joined in May, and I don't meet her till she launches Empowered by Connection, which is one of the reasons that I picked her. It's because she's literally creating this community for, it's not just real estate agents, but it's also entrepreneurs. So I'm like, yes, perfect. Love this.
We've been a sponsor for some time now.
You guys have. You're amazing.
Yes.
We love it. Yeah, we have an event tomorrow.
I have been invited on the Girl Power Walk, but I've declined that invitation multiple times.
Well, you should come to a content day. I have. Oh, yeah. Have you?
Seen you. Yeah.
Oh, dang. That's probably like one of the very few that I've missed.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
Okay.
But I'll reach back out. I love Michaela.
Yeah.
So, if she asks me to do something, I tend to jump.
Yeah. We have a really cool one at the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll reach out.
Yeah. So
you moved to Real. So for you, the move to Real was more about some connections that were going over there, not necessarily the Real broker model.
I like the model. It's so similar to EXP, except for the split was less and capping was less.
Got it.
And I was like,
in your favor.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't hate that.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you did choose to bring on agents, you got paid more.
Yeah.
Still not a goal of mine. People talk to me about that all the time. And I'm like, it's just,
I call it the pyramid
I'm just trying to survive. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm like, okay.
Multi-level marketing.
Yeah, exactly. And I had done that. And I think too, I think people like all the time, they know that I did that. And I'm like, nah. But, anyways,
it's appealing for some people. I think if you can really build a base under you and it works in their producers.
Yep.
But I don't think anybody's going to get wealthy off that if they're not producing themselves.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you because it's the more time that has gone on. And so like last year was like the thick of my divorce. I don't think that even if somebody had told me all of the things that I was going to have to prep and do, how hard it was going to be mentally to have to go back through 3 years of text messages, basically from the moment we split to current day, going back through all of those messages, having to dig through, build a whole case, like do all of these things. I mean, it took me weeks and weeks and weeks, and then just mentally reliving all of these things. Why also, I'm a single mom. All of my kids are in sports. The market again is doing something weird. It's even more challenging to sell real estate. And I'm just trying to keep my head above water. And so I think that I really just had to like dig in and go again. Like, yes, I love community. Yes, I love supporting people, but oxygen mask time, like I have to put my own on first.
Yeah.
And so kind of like I would say towards the end of the year, yeah, because we had our temporary hearing in February. First actual hearing was March. And then the last one was June. And in March, we basically ended up just kind of basically mediating. It was the most expensive mediation session ever.
It's not funny.
I do laugh about it now. I think my family too, we've got like that twisted, messed up humor. You have to, because otherwise, like I say, I don't, not again, that's going to sound like I'm suicidal. I'm not, but like, I don't know how you survive going through these things. And it was not nice. It wasn't fluffy and kind. And I was knowing that if I did things or if it looked like I was doing too good, like I was going to essentially be punished and like there was going to be a tax on me. And so, mentally it was a killer.
Oh, I'm sure. I think
Yeah.
there should be different levels or processes for different incomes. And that sounds very anti-capitalist, but at the same time, at a certain income level, it doesn't make sense because the only people that win are attorneys.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm talking about, you can get up there as far as income level.
Yeah.
But if the two people are fighting in, whatever it is, X, let's say $1 million. Okay. You potentially burn through $250,000 each if it drags on.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as done a decent job with case management timelines, but it still took you what?
2.5 years? 2.5 years?
That's silly. Anyway,
it was
I digress.
an insane amount of money. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the positive. So, all right, you're out of really necessity. Fair to call that? Yeah. You are going to be a real estate agent.
Yeah, this is it. I don't make money any other way. This is how I do it. And last year it was a struggle. So the divorce finally gets done in September and I'm like, okay, I feel like I can breathe a little bit. And I'm like, it is time now. So I really, so in June, I had invested literally, we're talking, actually probably didn't even have the dollars because it went on credit cards and then literally had to put money on a credit card to then be able to make the last payment. But I was like, I'm going to figure out Instagram if it kills me. Because I'm like, I'm busy. I refuse to miss my kids' things. I'm like, I have them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because my oldest, he's 18, about to be a senior next year. And so that blink between 6th grade and senior year, it has gone. And I know that there's been chaos, but it went so fast.
Yeah.
It went so fast. And so I'm like, no, I refuse. So I'm like, okay, I hate open houses. I know that there's people who do amazing at them and that's amazing for you. But like, I don't want to potentially do all of this work to not guarantee an outcome where it takes up my time, takes me away from my kids, whatever. Definitely not going to do door knocking. And so I'm like, okay, and I don't want to pay for leads. I'm a single mom, but want to keep my dollars. So I'm like, we're going to figure out Instagram. So I pay for a very, very expensive Instagram course and I start getting momentum and I'm like, okay, let's put the blinders on. Let's keep digging in. And finally, January, my Instagram, every single day, ding, 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 all day long for people getting my relocation guide. And at this point too, I would say, so June last year, I shifted and I will forever love my military community. I was a military spouse for technically 15 years, but it felt weird to continue to stand up there and only speak to military families.
You're talking about as an agent?
Yep.
Or trying to get it?
Yeah.
Are you still doing that though?
Oh, absolutely. I work with still majority military. Absolutely. But my Instagram shifted and I started talking more relocation.
Relocation. Okay. Yep. All right. So not just military relo.
Yep. I just use the word relocation. I'm still attracting military. I love them. I've probably, I fight hard for everybody because I'm just feisty like that. But my military move was horrible. And I'm like, I know it can be better. So my goal is always to make that military move so much better. But I'm like, a relocation move is very similar. And in fact, honestly, maybe even sometimes a little bit more stressful because you're not just calling the military line and setting up your movers.
Yeah.
You have to go find them. You have to find credible ones. You have to also figure out what you're doing job wise. Like, how are you making that work? So, really kind of started learning about that, pushed my Instagram all relocation. My Instagram finally starts taking off. Last year ended horribly. Last year was actually my worst year in real estate ever. Closed 8. And I was like, we're not doing that. Like once September hit and that divorce was done, I was like, we're not doing that. We're gonna figure it out. And it's exploded this year. It has been insane.
So you went all in on social media.
I went all in.
Do you do any other advertising?
Nope.
Really?
I mean, I have a Google business.
Okay. But that's it. And I'm not discounting it if it's working for you. So part of what we do, or what I do, I guess, is, where I find it intriguing, people's different paths.
Yeah.
Some of it's phone calling, some of it's web, it's all over the place how business gets driven to you, and to be able to, drive business to us, because, without us, it doesn't get closed. And
Correct.
so I have reminded many people through the closing process, hey, we don't get paid just like you if it doesn't close. We're all, marching towards closing.
Yep.
But you went all in on Instagram. What are some of the things? Have you done anything unique? And I'm not trying to give away your trade secrets, but it's not too hard to see what's on
Honestly,
Instagram.
no, they're not secrets. And honestly, it's wild. I mean, I am religious, and I say all the time that I don't even think sometimes that it's anything I'm doing. I think that I'm finally in a season of like, it's my time and it's time to be blessed, because I don't even do my Instagram full out. We're working on that. We're getting there.
Okay.
So, I pick on Washington all the time. I pick on Washington, and I talk about.
See, this is where I should probably do research, because that could be a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
Abby, I'm still not going to do any research, but we'll have you back, and we'll have a whole episode on Washington, so I can pull you some cool clips. Because I kind of avoided that on this go round, but I want to definitely have you back for that. So you pick on Washington.
I pick on Washington a lot. So I paint
So you're getting a bunch of military conservative folks picking up your feed.
Yeah, not even just that. And so now too, it's like I don't know why, but I get tons of Canadians. I'm picking on gray, depressing, not like-minded things, wanting better for my kids, wanting more sunshine, wanting happier. So I paint the nasty, and then I talk about my experience of good.
You use humor?
I mean, I think I'm funny.
I think I'm funny too, but I guess judgment on for both of us.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
And then the other piece, which is crazy. So I don't read Instagram captions. Like, I mean, we all scroll. I don't know. I think my brain just does not have the attention span to read people's captions. The coach that I worked with was very big on, you must write your own captions. You must be like, you need to be raw, real, and honest in these captions. And it took me the 6 months, so that June to January, of training my chat. I talk to my chat probably kind of, I don't even know. I'm not very nice to my chat, but I'm like, I need you to actually like understand me. And so I will literally, basically like the conversation we had today, I will do that with my chat and really explain to it who my niche is. Like, my ideal client has a name. Her name happens to be Brooke, which is funny because I also have a sports mom friend that's name is Brooke. But like, my ideal client is named. I know how many kids they have. I know probably where they're coming from. And it kind of has 2 versions, because I've got my military as well. And then I have just like my general relocation and why they're moving. I know why they're moving here and what has put this area on their radar from where they're coming from. And I just pick on that and drive that home all the time. And I try to max out my captions. I do not use hashtags. I do SEO words. And I also pick on other parts of Florida to drive people here versus like Orlando, Miami.
Easy to do.
Honestly, very.
We're still in the South, and there's a kind way of doing business here.
We are lower Alabama with beautiful beaches.
There you go. See?
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you kind of listed some of the little tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
How do you convert leads? Are they direct to somebody engaging you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like a Zillow platform.
Yeah. No. So I obviously ManyChat, Stand Store. I created a relocation guide that, again, like I created. I didn't buy it off of Etsy or from another agent. I actually took, because I did buy my listing guide and my buyer's guide to keep everything cohesive. I took that guide and converted it into a relocation guide. So all of my stuff, all of my branding, same. Highlighted all the areas that I was. At first it was military. Now it's shifted. I've got more Santa Rosa Beach 30A things.
Guides totally digital?
Totally digital.
Yeah.
So now every single one of my reels has a call to action where they type that word, my ManyChat connects it. They get a link to my stand store. They type in their info. My stand store asks them if they are their time frame for moving or if they're just thinking about this area. Sends them they just immediately download because again, people are lazy and they want things now.
Mm-hmm.
So they get to download it now. They have it. It then zaps them to my flow desk, which then has a workflow. So I'm making touch with them. I think it's once a day for 7
like
days.
A CRM.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like an email.
Yep.
Yeah. Flowdesk, yeah, just as the email. But yeah, they get those once a day for a week. Then it drops to once every 3 months. And then it drops after that year. Then it drops to like once every or twice a year or something like that. But just all these campaigns set up to keep touching people.
So you've kind of created your own lead generation platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
100%.
good. I love it.
Yeah.
And what is your goal for the year and how has the year started off? And we are in April. So
yeah. So we're in April and we're at 5. I have a closing this week.
I know you had one because we had to cancel a podcast.
I know.
No, it's perfectly okay. I told you that was the best excuse ever. George, I'm at a closing. Like, good for you. Reschedule, please.
Well, actually, yeah, Tiffany and I were trying to get it done. Yeah. Tiffany's amazing. Shout out. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So 5 so far this year. What's your goal this year?
My goal was 18, but like I said, I have one this week. I have another one at the end of the month. I have 2 May 4th. Another one, we'll see. I have 2 offers that I should be sending out today. So the goal was 18, but based off of my pipeline, majority coming from Instagram. If I just close the things in my pipeline, we're already hitting it and it will be hit before by July.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, let's do 24. 30. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, but then little things keep trickling in and I'm like, 24 now seems very doable as well.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's been especially going off of last year to then this year. It's been insane.
Well, it's like you said, you had a little faith.
Absolutely.
Get a little blessed.
Yeah.
A little success in 2026.
Yeah.
Not that you hadn't had success in the past.
Yeah. But it was just, I feel like it was standard AJ. It wasn't I wasn't out here, I wasn't a top producer.
You created a platform where you're not paying for it out of necessity. And what I heard.
Yeah.
Because you had to make it work.
Yeah.
But then found a frugal way to do so.
Yeah.
That you become efficient at.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say the other big place that I get, which is not intentional, it really came out of me needing a tribe, is the mom group that I hang out with. They are some of the most amazing women. They are my core people now. Yeah, I went from moving here, having no friends, to we're celebrating my 40th in Nashville, and I had enough people to invite to fill 17 beds in an Airbnb. And that is primarily just people from this area. It's been crazy. Please
tell me that y'all are going to do the bridal shower thing and rent the horse carriage or the bus and go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, getting tattoos.
Get that out of the way. Oh, wow. Here we go. 40th, getting a tat.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on today. You've been awesome.
Well,
literally. I think
congratulations
on everything. So where can people find you?
So, oh my gosh, I just blanked. My Instagram is Shawnta.Sax. And yeah, I would say Instagram.
That was the main one, Shawnta.Sax. Go find her on the gram. Okay. Shawnta, thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Bye.